The tide. A muffled hum of voices. The intrusive chime of messengers. The monotonous tapping of the keyboard. And suddenly, silence. Deep, deafening. It's the sound of my mind shutting down. I can't hear them anymore. All I hear is the ticking of the wall clock, counting down the seconds of my life, which I sell for the numbers in the table and the approval in other people's eyes. My name is Alex. And right now, my fingers are gripping the edge of a perfectly polished table. There is a civil war inside me. One voice, trained over the years, whispers clearly and rationally, career, stability, mortgage. You're at the finish line. Keep your head down. That voice smells like expensive coffee and a fresh printout. He's my jailer. But there is another one. Quiet, barely audible. It smells like a salty sea wave and wet earth after a thunderstorm. He whispers just one word, freedom. And that whisper tears me apart from the inside. The memory rolls over like a movie. Yesterday. Meeting. The boss's voice, bold and confident, as if he were broadcasting from Mount Sinai. Team, our new motto is be effective. Live the project. Breathe KPI. Your value lies in your contribution to the overall success. And in the evening, mother's call. Her voice, thin as a spider's web, Alyosha, when are the grandchildren already? You're already 35. And the neighbor Moria Ivanovna. This chorus of other people's expectations creates the perfect, stifling soundtrack to my life. And I'm a conductor in it, who hates music, but is afraid to stop. This morning I saw my reflection in the elevator mirror. A man in an expensive suit, with a perfect hairstyle and empty eyes looked at me. There was no fire or longing in those eyes. There was nothing. And at that moment, the quiet voice inside didn't just whisper. He shouted. It was so loud that I was startled. My heart began to pound, stomping in my chest like a hunted animal. I heard his knock, real, live, not biometric data from a smartwatch. It was the sound of my protest. I get up. The chair slides back with a bang. Everyone in the open space freezes. The sound of the keyboards fades. I'm walking down the hallway. Every step I take on the slippery linoleum echoes in my temples. I go into the boss's office. He's saying something. His voice is just background noise. I put my pass on his desk. Plastic on wood. A click. The loudest sound in my life. I'm leaving, I say. And my voice, usually so well-chosen and polite, sounds like someone else's, low, confident baritone. I'm going outside. The roar of the city is crashing down on me. But now it's not a threat, but a symphony. Instead of the stuffiness of the air conditioner, the wind is whistling in my ears. Instead of the ringing of the phone, there is the cry of seagulls. I'm not running. I'm coming. I get in my car, start it up, but I'm not going home. I'm going to the sea. Just because I can. A few hours later, I'm standing barefoot on cold, wet sand. I'm looking at the ocean. His breathing. Deep. Powerful. The sound of the surf is not a sound. This is the beating of the planet's heart. And my heart starts beating in the same rhythm with him. I take out my phone. The last time. I click delete on corporate apps, chat rooms, and email. Each click is a release of the shackles. I turn on the camera and shoot my reflection in a puddle on the asphalt. Not for social media. For myself. A man with a tired but lively face is looking at me. And in his eyes is the reflection of the ocean. Voiceover, my real one. The society will offer you its blueprints. Convenient, proven, risk-free. But your life is not a building according to GOST. It's a wild garden. It can be trampled by the weed of other people's opinions, or it can explode with such a riot of colors that it takes your breath away. Risk being yourself. This is the only battle that makes sense. And the only victory that smells not of laurels, but of the sea.